chitty chitty bang bang, chitty chitty bang bang. We've been bad for we should have got a road tax, but we were a bit lax. Now we're sad. We were driving round a bend and didn't see the camera there. Flash bang, chitty chitty bang bang. It's been a real nightmare. We tried our best to fly away because we've got these fines to pay, but we didn't get very far. The camera caught your tea on tape. They fooled our plan of winged escape by clamping the wheel of the car. Oh, chitty, no, where you can go, chitty, isn't it a tragic end? Clamping, chitty, chitty, bang, bang, a road tax dodging friend. Chitty, bang, bang, chitty, chitty, bang, bang, road tax dodging, chitty, chitty, friend.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to tonight's watch party for the classic film Splash. As always, I'm Andrew, and I'm joined by Dom, joining us from another state. Which state are you in today, Dom?
Utah. I'm in the grand state of Utah.
Utah. Lots of, isn't it, asteroids and things in Utah? Utah?
Probably, yeah, and a great
and
salt lake.
And the Utah Saints were from there as well. So there we go. Right, let's get everyone ready for this movie. So sync point is literally as soon as it starts where it says Touchstone Films, which is this screen here. So let's do a roll call and then we'll get into this fun film. Okay, so let's have a look who we've got in here today. I can see we've got Hell If I Know, Mad Matt, Sharon, The Horror Seeker, welcome, Alex Peacock, Jesse Flores, Ms. Swift, James Hellier, Lizard Man, there we go, and old Johnny Devick as well, and Calbot. Welcome, everyone. So, Dom, tell us the first time you saw this film.
I'll let you know after we've watched it now, because I've never seen this film.
Oh, you're making me feel old, Dom. You're making me feel very old.
The only thing I know about this film is that Extra appears in it, kind of, sort of.
It does, and so does Evil Dead, I believe. So,
Brilliant.
Let's get into this. Let's hit the countdown, and we'll press play. There we go. Oh, Dom's not here. Let's add Dom to the scene. There we go. Let me add him back.
What happened to me?
Because of a technical gremlin, I've got a couple bits to fix on this. Let's put Dom back where he belongs. There we go. And also, we're missing it's all right. Really discombobulated tonight, everyone, I'm afraid, so don't do that. How about we have a clock as well? There we go. Perfect. And we're all sorted. Apologise for being a bit lax today, everyone.
Everyone's a bit ghetto today.
I think everyone is. There we go. So,
I'm already digging the music.
The vibe. Yeah, it's classic. I mean, you can't go wrong with a film with Tom Hanks, John Candy, and Eugene Levy in it.
Exactly.
It's great fun, this film. It's often forgotten about, and it's got a lot of interesting bits and pieces about it. Ron Howard film, of course. Let's ask the audience, when did you first see Splash? When did you first see this film?
I mentioned it to my wife and our friend that we're staying with today.
Mm-hmm.
They'd never heard of it either, but
wow,
they are both younger people.
You're young'uns.
We are.
You're young'uns. I mean, we've got people saying, "Hell if I know." Woolly Bully's enjoying, and Mad Matt saying it's SCTV United with the cast. Jesse Flores saying VHS as a child. I think I saw this either on VHS or on TV, maybe around Christmas time some year. Alex Peacock saying I saw a TV cut on CBC in the 90s after John Candy died. Sharon saw it in the theatre, was excited about Tom Hanks. I'd only seen him in Bosom Buddies. Calbot saw this in the theatre when they were 12. James saying either on ITV or video rental in the late 80s, early 90s. Exactly, Mad Matt. Now it's now called Shape of the Water. It's a very similar. It's actually a very similar film.
Interesting.
I want to go on a boat where everyone kind of dances to Woolly Bully.
Ah, yes. and everything is sepia tone.
Oh dear. And children
Kids will
were
be kids.
perverted. That's true, James. Shape of Water isn't really fun, but this film is fun.
Just $12 for a nice boat ride. Those were the days, eh?
That's pretty like $1 million back then.
Maybe what, the 60s? And you reckon that $12 was the equivalent of $1 million today?
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
12 60s dollars.
Yeah.
There he goes.
Ron Howard's got a thing about films in this era with kids jumping in the water. Because Cocoon, which was the next year, features the child actor leaping in the water as well.
You got a good point.
Exactly, Mad Max 12. Oh, no, Alex. The Summer of Popcorn. It starts next week. The schedule has just been finished. While this film's getting going, how about Dom, shall I reveal the schedule to the audience?
Absolutely.
Okay, so next week we're starting off with Twister, and then we have Jurassic Park, followed by Waterworld, and then Armageddon. We're going big this year. Who Framed Roger Rabbit the next week. Then I'm on vacation for 2 weeks, so it's Dom taking over, and he's picked Super Mario Brothers from 1993 and the OG Mortal Kombat. And then when I return, we are going to be watching The Last Action Hero, Tron Legacy, Sneakers, and then My Cousin Vinny.
Hell of a summer of popcorn.
That's not a bad summer of popcorn. It's a strong one. I mean, we've got some big hitters like Jurassic Park on there. It's maybe a summer of popcorn '93. It's a bit of everything. We've got a bit more '90s on it.
Yeah. James, I think the Geneva Convention forbids you from doing such abominable things to me.
Oh, thank you, Alex. Summer popcorn, he's saying, is better than in the theatres
Absolutely.
this summer.
Bring nothing but the best.
To be fair, it's a bit easier when you're refining the best over several decades.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, that's right, Mad Matt. Something we always get in Ron Howard films at times. Rance Howard cameos. And what else do we need? What else will we get if it's a Ron Howard film?
A lot of sentimentality.
No. We always get 2 cameos with Ron Howard.
So we get surely not just his other
was
sibling.
alive. We're Clint. Exactly, Mad
Yes,
Matt's right.
good old Clint Howard.
Yes.
Young Tom Hanks, eh?
Yeah. Apparently, Dom, you should watch all 3 cuts of Waterworld and tell everyone which is the best.
I'll tell you what the best Waterworld feature is. It's the
show in Hollywood. His studio
show,
is,
the Universal Studios.
Universal Hollywood. I bet you had a blast watching that.
It was great. It was my wife's first time.
Oh, I miss John Candy.
Same. I was about to say the exact same thing.
Yeah.
John Candy truly is the life of a party.
Yeah. We have to watch, well, not we as in the Watch Party gang. My wife and I, we have to watch, because we're going on vacation soon for the summer, we have to watch a John Candy movie. We watch every time before we go on holiday to Florida. We watch Summer Rental.
Nice. What's everyone's favourite John Candy movie? Come on, let's hear them in the comments.
Summer Rental for me, 100%, because he's a relatable, burnt out guy in his 40s.
Yeah, the Howard family gene is strong, isn't it? Uncle
It
Buck, I'm
really
seeing a
is.
lot of people say. Yeah, Uncle Buck's a damn good one.
Oh, Uncle Buck is tremendous.
Yeah, you can recognise a Howard from 1,000 yards, can't you?
Well, we've got a lot of love for Great Outdoors, Delirious. Mad Matt saying heavy metal, Ms. Swift, Planes, Trains and Automobiles.
Who did he voice in Heavy Metal? I'm not doubting he was in it. I just genuinely don't know who he voiced.
In fact, you're asking his receptionist, have I got any messages? Yes, and she just carries on.
Yeah.
Just take a message from their dead father.
Cool Runnings, yeah. Spaceballs hasn't made an appearance yet, has it?
No, not yet. But do you know what? I kind of imagine that Star Trek 4 is going on. Even though this is New York and that's set in San Francisco, it feels more like San Francisco in part.
I can understand that. It has that vibe. Even though there's a New York poster on the wall to remind everyone.
There's a lot
that
of
we're in
there's 2 New York posters. That's a
Oh,
bit
yeah.
like. That's a bit like. Do you think?
having framed pictures of yourself in your own office.
No, do you think it's more a case of the set dressing people like, okay, we need to make it look New Yorky. Well, we've got 2 New York pictures. Put them both in the morning like this.
Probably. I mean, how else do you make a place look like New York?
Yep. Oh, this is so 80s. He's got a Pac-Man LCD game on his desk.
Every office needs one of those.
Dom, why are you not wearing a knitted cravat scarf in your...
I need to get one. It's the summer, that's why. Actually, I do have a few knitted scarves. For Vegas, of course, you definitely need that kind of warmth.
Great chemistry between them here, though. So what's everyone's favourite Tom Hanks film? Oh, wow, he's got a Rubik's Magic on his desk. No, it's not Rubik's Magic. Rubik's Snake, sorry, that was.
My favourite Tom Hanks movie is his Dungeons and Dragons movie that he did when he broke onto the small screen. It was a TV movie, I think. I'm also joking. I don't like that film very much.
Hello. Hang on, is that another picture of New York on another wall? It is!
You need, every direction you need to remind yourself that you're in New York.
New York. Old Johnny Devick saying Saving Private Ryan. James Hellier saying Dragnet. All great choices.
Apollo 13 from Hell If I Know.
So, question for the audience: how many posters of New York have you got on your walls at home or in your workplace?
Mazes and Monsters. You're right, Miss Swift. Oh, God. I love how for like a thimble of the cost, Frank Henenlotter showed us New York in Basket Case. A whole different kind of New York, mind you. And that was the early 80s, wasn't it? Wait, when was this? 84?
84, so it's probably filmed in 83.
Yeah,
oh, he's still doing it. He's still... But that's really unacceptable now. That's really unacceptable.
Now it's definitely a crime and not boys being boys.
Yes. Oh, Alex, the Money Pit is tremendous. Oh, Big, Miss Swift, Big. I think I'm torn between Money Pit and Big. Do we sell fruit and vegetables or just fruit? He doesn't know. And he owns it with his brother. Oh wow, Mad Matt says I've travel magnets of the states I've travelled to, but not one from New York.
There
Alex
you
Peacock
go.
also says Road to Perdition is underrated. Oh, hang on, Bachelor Party, a great Tom Hanks film.
Honestly, the pair have been in such great films
Yeah.
that picking from their filmography is difficult. It's like
Oh,
picking your favorite
definitely.
Nick Cage movie.
The problem is that
Oh, Philadelphia, yeah.
with John Candy, his career was cut so short.
Yeah. But he shone damn bright. Like, he
Oh, he
made
did.
everything he was in better.
Yeah.
Even when he was just a bit player, like in Home Alone.
Oh, yeah. Well, he's a cameo. That's a cameo, really.
Well, yeah. Still, I bet you any money, a lot of people would say that their favourite part of Home Alone is the bit with John Candy in.
Oh, definitely. Definitely. Okay, Alex Peacock says the best Nick Cage movie will always be The Rock. I
Ah,
agree in a
yes.
lot of ways, but I've got a soft spot for Gone in 60 Seconds. Hell if I know says it's got to be the right woman, guys. If that spark of waiting to get to know her is not there, for whatever reason, it just ain't going to work. Mad Matt, Joe versus the volcano. That's an interesting choice.
That's a good one. I'd forgotten about Joe versus the Volcano.
Yeah.
This bar is both tacky and classy at the same time.
Yes. Oh, Castaway, another great movie.
Yeah. All right, what is the worst performance Tom Hanks has done?
I don't think there is one particularly. He always gives his all.
I'll
I've
scratch my
I've
nugget
not seen
entirely.
it, but I heard his accent in Captain Phillips is a bit bad.
That's true. Oh, the Burbs as well, yeah.
Oh, The Burbs, another great film.
This always happens at weddings. I remember at my wedding, someone got
Mm-hmm.
really depressed and started being a bit of a dick. And it's like, oh my god, why did we invite this guy?
No, my wedding was great. My wedding was really, really small on purpose.
Yeah,
There
yeah,
were
that probably helped.
We had less than 20 guests,
Nice.
and we booked the function room of the best barbecue restaurant in the country for the meal. And they cooked everything we wanted. And you know what? Everyone said it's the best wedding food they'd ever had.
Of course, yeah. That's brilliant, because wedding food can vary from really mediocre to beyond incredible. It depends on the cost, but if you go to a place that's just, like, made for food, it's going to be good.
Oh yeah, I mean, and to be fair, the barbecue, the function room was rather high. It was like kind of New Orleans themed with trumpets on the wall and things. It's rather cool.
Narlands.
We had a private bar there, and
Heck yeah.
yeah.
Amy Wilder saying the Dungeons and Dragons movie was the worst performance for Tom Hanks. Oh yeah, it seemed phoned in from the from what I remember of the film. Then again, I could just be remembering it poorly because I am actual avid enjoyer of Dungeons and Dragons, and seeing it be used as propaganda against my hobby.
I'm struggling to see if this is a high class bar or a dive bar.
That's exactly what I said. It's both. It's a high class dive bar.
Oh, Green Mile is tremendous.
Walk in the mile. Walk in the green mile.
Yeah.
I should rewatch Green Mile again. I should rewatch all the Stephen King films that aren't like supernatural and spoopy.
Mm-hmm.
It's been a while. Stand by Me, The Green Mile, Shawshank Redemption.
Is this from the era where like New York was like a war zone, like a demilitarized zone.
Absolutely. If it was pre-85 New York, which it was, yeah, it would have been like a hellscape. Plus side, you can get like a good old-fashioned apartment that was like a industrial kind of place for like $3, which again in 60s money is $600,000 now. But
You're going to Cape Cod.
nothing but good things happen at Cape Cod, as we know from these watch parties. Nothing but good things.
Are they going to knock over a fisherman out for a walk on a night in a minute?
Yeah. Dolores Claiborne, eh?
I can tell you it's cold there just from looking at that.
I know. It's the sand, isn't it? I don't know what it is about the sand, but it tells me, it betrays the chill in the air.
Yes.
Also,
Do you know
it's New
something?
York.
And I know chat is going to quote Anakin Skywalker, but I genuinely don't like sand.
Me neither. My wife keeps
Go
saying,
on.
"Let's go to the
I'm waiting.
beach," and I'm like,
I know. I hate the sand. I hate the beach, and I'm waiting for the chat to quote Anakin Skywalker at me.
"It'll come. Don't worry."
It will.
That actor seems like he's doing. Wait, that's Eugene Levy, isn't it?
It's Eugene Levy, the legend that is Eugene Levy.
I was going to
But
say, it looks like he's doing his best Tom Hanks impression, even though...
No, it's Eugene Levy doing his. I don't know. It's just something about Eugene Levy. He's in kind of his more aggressive kind of era in this role. Thank you. Yeah, exactly, Mad Matt. Jim's dad. Not
Walter Kornbluth.
This is. I know this sounds really strange, but all these actors had worked together: SCTV, SNL, etc. And they're kind of this repertoire of characters that work together in so many of these films. Is this, Dom? And I know you'll get it because you're British, and some American friends may not. Is this a British carry-on film in that respect?
Right? Yeah, like, it's got all.
Is this an American carry-on film? Sorry.
Why don't they do American carry-on films?
Well, I don't know, but it's the kind of the repertoire of a very similar company of actors making a film.
Yeah, similar caliber of these actors getting together and working together.
Yeah.
I'm a mechanic.
Lizard Man like the joke, the guy or the island. The little boat. Oh, maybe, James, maybe a police academy is the American carry-on.
Yeah, I guess. You could argue that.
That's true, Alex. It's maybe not as tight as a British carry-on with keeping the actors together, but they do have others. Oh, I'm missing a classic Kentucky Fried Chicken bucket there.
Ah, yes. I need to do that at least once in my life. Come on,
Go
get
scuba
close.
diving.
I'll whisper to you.
Oh, shouting at people.
Yeah, and shouting right in their ear hole.
That's right, Lizard Man. Nothing like hunting for mermaids with 11 herbs and spices. Yeah, but the thing is, that's early 80s KFC, when it was Kentucky Fried Chicken, and it tasted good.
Yeah.
It tasted good. The problem with KFC now is, right, I was talking to a friend about this the other day, and we were saying, you buy KFC constantly when you buy it. It's not that you buy it constantly, but every time you buy it nowadays, it's in the blind hope it's as good as one you had several years ago, where you had one and you went, "Oh, it's lovely. Oh, this is really nice." And
Yeah,
every time since, it's been a bit like, "That's all right." It's a bit like that.
it disappoints.
Yeah, disappoints. But you like the abused spouse to the colonel,
Yeah,
and it's like he can change. It'll be good, like he was that time before. It'll be good.
yeah. Next time it'd be good.
Next time, be good.
You always come back. You always come back.
Yeah,
Like the
and the
beaten
colonel just
housewife you are.
and the colonel just spits in your face.
I knew you'd be back. You always come back. Popeyes didn't scratch that itch, did it now?
He doesn't say one of the 11 herbs and spices is heroin. Got the shivers, have you? The colonel knows what you want.
For $24.99, you can have a family bucket. All your dreams come true. Finger licking good. Turning the colonel into this cryptid.
We're seeing Daryl Hannah again.
Yeah.
Oh, welcome, Cute Cult. That's a good question. Would Splash exist without Hans Christian Andersen? It's a very similar tale to The Little Mermaid in a lot of ways. It's almost a modernized version of it.
Which is ironic, isn't it? Because Touchstone are Disney. Well, they didn't really
Touchstone
do.
are Disney.
Yeah, they didn't do The Little Mermaid until the late
89.
80s? 89.
89.
It's when she sprays her eyes black and just.
Exactly, Lizard Man. This is when she gives out a powerful ballad of a desire to be part of our world, and the talking crab tries to talk her out of it. I'd be fine if this film had a couple of musical numbers in, because I'll be fair, you can't fault the songs in the film the Disney Little Mermaid from the Renaissance era. They are incredible songs.
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay, this is very similar to the grandchild in Cocoon, whereby he can't swim and he
No.
dives in the water.
Is it common for like
Ron
genuinely
Howard drowned
asking?
child actors in his films, yes. It's his thing.
It's his thing, yeah.
Yeah.
It's in his contract. He has to drown at least 5 children. But genuinely, I know a lot of people. In fact, might just be me collecting people who can't swim. But I know more people who can't swim than those that can at this point, and it's kind of concerning. I mean, I thought that everyone like had to learn how to swim, but I mean, I lived on an island, didn't I? England, we
Yeah, we don't
definitely
have
had
to
to learn.
swim to Ireland, if we want to go visit or swim to France from the UK, do we? Even though it is an
That's what I
island.
was told. I also dislike the water. Know thy enemy.
Yeah, Carl. He's got a Vista card, not a Visa card. But
Best card you can get.
exactly.
How many people in the chat? Can you guys all swim? Do you have your bronze swimming certificate? Do they hand those out when you were a kid, Andrew?
I can no, we have badges, meter badges.
You didn't have the swimming certificates? I got my bronze,
No,
my
no,
silver,
we had
and my
no,
gold.
we had even better. We had 5 meter, 10 meter, 15 meter badges, and 25 meter badges.
That's fair.
But I learned to swim at school in my primary school and then into my secondary school. We were fortunate that my secondary school had its own swimming pool. I told you the primary
Yes.
school, the swimming pool was closed because of the alleged murder of a girl in there and her ghost haunted it. In reality, it was just closed. Because they couldn't afford to run it.
Wilder. The timestamp is just above me up here. That's roughly where the film is at the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah. Your dolphin badge. Oh, that's incredible. So they gave you animal themed badges. Wait, what was the highest accolade then? If dolphin
Great
is it
white
dolphin?
shark.
Yeah, you got the Jaws badge.
Yeah. Oh, Alex. Alex, you asked me where the timestamp is on the stream. It's there. That's where
Oh
we are in
god,
the movie.
I'm so inept at pointing at things.
It's there. Above Dom's head, the side of me.
Beginner was Minnow. Ah.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Sharon, some diver somewhere would have discovered this by some point.
Lightning. What, you don't casually wear your bras over your clothes, Andrew? I mean, it's all the
No.
rage here.
Now, this is something I didn't. Well, you know, because the Statue of Liberty was a gift from France, there's actually photos of it in pieces in France.
Mm.
And the Statue of Liberty's natural colour is not green. It is copper it's made from. No, it's bronze, sorry. It's bronze.
Oxidization.
Bronze. Oxidization's turned it green.
I do love a good New York accent every now and then.
No.
Welcome to the Statue of Liberty.
Bocce balls! Oh, and we've got the stereotype of the Japanese tourist with their cameras.
Oh god, yep.
Do you know what? Things haven't changed all that much, have they?
They
In
really
40
have.
years.
No. This ain't California. You
Things really haven't changed in the past 40 years.
You stopped watching to Google why CA badges, Mad Matt. It's a better. These guys look like mobsters to me in their
Mobsters who run a
suit.
supermarket from memory, yeah. Yeah, the older lady was in the Grease movies, Miss Swift.
The Scapellis.
There's nothing
Those
suspicious
damn
about
Scapellis.
nothing suspicious about selling produce to the Scapelli family.
Those Scapellis. I'm really looking forward to it. Now that I know you guys actually want to watch it,
Yes.
I'm hyped.
But Dom, I wish to take the term bocce balls into my
And use it in your
vernacular.
everyday life.
Yes.
Bocce balls. With a nice thick New York accent.
So you tell me anyone who ever left their BMW in New York with the window rolled down and went into a building.
It's already gone.
It's gone.
Already gone.
Bower bocce balls.
Hey, forget about it. How many kinds of New York accent can you get? There's like the really breathy Harley Quinn kind of harlot.
Yeah.
The really breathy New York accent, and there's like a more like a New York Jewish nasally kind of accent you can go for.
Well, cute cult saying mermaid hair crimps naturally. Maybe
It
it's all the
does, yeah.
salt. It's the salt.
It just crimps
Salt.
naturally.
The salt water makes it go curly. Be like a chemical perm almost.
Hmm. New York Irish as well, isn't there? God, there's for each borough they've got
I
quartets.
love I love the fact that right now he's basically insane,
No.
but he's kind of living in that fantasy, isn't he? Wow, what a lobby!
Those damn doors. Nothing good ever happens in them.
No.
Have I mentioned on the stream before that one of those nearly killed me? Because I had a diabetic attack in the Vatican
God.
and I
Literally.
passed out in
Yeah.
the middle of one of them.
Oh
My
no.
friends couldn't get to me. Well, I wasn't in the middle. I passed out. Like, I don't remember getting out of the door. But apparently I did. Well, I'm here, so I must have. Either that, or I'm still trapped in there, and this is all a fabrication.
It's just a fever dream, Dom.
Yeah, all of this is a fever dream.
Yeah. Just fever dream.
I mentioned it
I
in the new
actually
patch.
stopped a child from having their arm broken in one once.
There you go.
I did a bit of a Superman type thing. Basically, he was being an idiot. The door was one of them heavy ones that had a lot of momentum in it, and it was revolving. And he decided he was going to stick his arm
As you
in
do.
between the edge of it. Fortunately, I noticed I managed to actually. I tell you what, there's a lot of momentum in one of them when you have to hold. I grabbed the handle and did my damnedest and stopped it for him.
Is this why Splash Mountain has the music?
No, but that's interesting. I reckon that is interesting. Now, let's get on to this. Right. So, I wonder if that might be what influenced Bob.
Was it a Bob?
No, it wasn't
What's
Bob.
his
Sorry,
name?
it wasn't Bob. It was Michael Eisner. Sorry, it's
Mike,
Michael Eisner.
yeah.
Yeah. So, as people probably know, there was until fairly recently a ride in Disney World called Splash Mountain, which was themed after the controversial and, should we say, kept in the
Perpetually
Disney vault,
unavailable? Yeah.
perpetually unavailable film Song of the South, which, to be honest, I have seen, and it's just a bit not very good. Anyway,
Yeah.
for some inexplicable reason, when this film was being shot, Michael Eisner, Disney were planning a new attraction called Splash Mountain, which is a log flume ride. And Michael Eisner wanted to put the mermaid from this film. Right, this is weird. I've never noticed the bit. Anyway.
I know.
So they wanted to put the mermaid on the ride, and the creator of the ride actually said to the CEO of Disney, which, to be fair, is really good. He was able to stand to the CEO of the company and say, no, it wouldn't work. Because they were going to base it on the film Song of the South, which at the time had been put in the Disney vault, shall we say. But then, but he, as a marketing thing, he wanted the ride named Splash Mountain as a tie-in to this movie. But the ride opened in 1980. It was announced in 87 and opened in 89. So it was announced to the public 3 years after this movie.
There
and
was
released,
a sequel
and the
in
ride,
development, right?
yeah, but that was a TV movie.
Oof.
But the ride opened 5 years after this movie, so quite an odd tie-in
Very odd tie-in.
it became. But I mean, discussing the theming of Splash Mountain with my friends, etc., I understand part of it, but equally theming it around a troublesome property that has basically not been properly released in forever just seemed a bit of a strange thing.
Yeah.
That's right. Yes, they did, Mad Matt. Yeah, it was. They repurposed the animatronics from America Sings in Disneyland, and they basically recreated them in. They recreated them for Disney World. Yeah, and yeah, Eisner had a lot on his mind trying to get Euro Disney off the ground. Euro Disney, which was terrible.
I do like that we're all talking about being part of my dying fever dream. Lizard man, you can turn yourself into a dinosaur at will. I promise. Just believe in yourself. Believe in the heart of the cards.
Yeah, exactly. It had a VHS release, James, but I can't even remember when the last VHS release of it was, in which country. Because I think in America it was not really. I think European releases were more prevalent, but even they were just in the 80s. This is when department stores were not that I'd have gone to this kind of area in a department store, but did you ever go to a department store in their peak, Dom?
I don't know. I think Selfridges is the closest I'd get to that.
Yeah, but like
Think
your local department store
2006.
in their peak of existence.
I don't think I did. I think I'm too young.
Yeah,
I
I
might have
remember.
gone with my mother when I was like 5 or 6.
Yeah,
That would
I
have still been
remember.
96, 97.
Yeah, no, I remember in the 80s going to the big one in the city I grew up in. And it used to be, we'd go there and do like a load of shopping for just big things. But I remember near Christmas shopping there. And I remember as well go and get my school uniform from there. And the different floors were different. It was properly different floors, different things. And the basement was the toy department. And it was
Ooh.
magical.
Crazy Eddie.
Yeah. This was a real thing, Crazy Eddie's, or at least it's spoofing something that was real. There was something, I think, hang on, trying to remember. Yeah, Crazy Eddie. That's right. And then they ended up going bankrupt and got in
They were
trouble.
crazy.
They also got in trouble of fraud, almost from the beginning. Crazy Eddie's management was engaged in various forms of fraud. The Antas deliberately falsified their books to reduce or eliminate their taxable income. They paid their employees off the books and regularly skimmed thousands of dollars in cash earned at the shops. For every $5, Crazy Eddie reported, $1 was taken by the Antas. In 1979, the Antas depositing as much of this money as possible, hundreds of thousands of dollars in Israeli bank accounts. They skimmed an estimated $3 to $4 million per year at the height of their fraud. Yay.
Gotta love people who are definitely criminals and they're doing everything they can to be as loud and attention grabby as physically possible.
I'm committing fraud. Buy this VCR.
Oh.
Oh,
She works
wow.
hard for the money.
Richard Simmons.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to ask you a question here. Is Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure paying tribute to this scene?
I think so, because at the very least, the notion of this scene, because this scene itself is kind of a stereotype, but a fun one that everyone can enjoy. So why the hell not? Release the robotic Richard Simmons.
Yes. Yeah, exactly, Alex. All the old 80s hi-fi equipment.
Okay, that color palette of like black and jade in the department store, that rang something in my brain. I think I've been in a department store in the early 90s that was similar to that. I long to be that sarcastic. It's
No.
Dolphin screech. Oh.
The thing is, they're 1980s televisions, so that's about $500,000 worth of damage for 20 sets.
Yep. And there's chemicals in those TVs that are probably radioactive. Ooh, brew burger. Ooh, I could do with a
Steak and brew burger.
But it only costs 25 cents as well.
That's right. Right, Dom, there's a scene in a little bit where they go to buy pizza, and you need to be watching very closely. Oh, look,
yeah.
The Outsiders is on at that theatre.
That's where I'm going to see it, isn't it? They call her Flipper.
I quite like this, though, with her. The seeing the beauty in the world, it's the innocence. I think it's quite a nice thing.
That's what always happens to me when folks come to visit me in Vegas. We go around and they look at the little things that I take completely for granted, like the fact that you can cook a steak in 10 seconds flat on the sidewalk, and they're like, wow, so cool. And I'm like, yeah.
Oh, wow. Lone Wolf McQuaid and Raiders of the Lost Ark at that theatre. Yeah, but the thing is, do you know what? I tell you what, this is very... I know it's obviously going to be inspired by the story of The Little Mermaid, the Hans Christian... There we go, Dom.
There it is. Extra.
Oh, that's it, the film can end now for Dom.
That's it. I'm out. See you later, guys. It can only go downhill from here.
And I bet that's some of the best pizza around as well in there.
The proper New York pizza place. Best double feature you could get.
Evil Dead and Extro.
I love how canonical, like, Extro is canonical in Disney. Even Disney recognize it.
Extro is a Disney princess.
Yep. Wait, do they own the rights to Extro? They probably do. I've had New York style pizza like recently.
I like the fact she's got a mug of pencils.
Yeah. Which kind of Extra would they be showing? Why would it still be terrible? It would sell more units if it was Extra plus. Oh, Johnny Depp. Madison Avenue. Is it not? Was it not?
It is. It is. My niece has a friend called Madison, who's a good friend of hers.
I mean, yeah. I've heard people be called Madison, I think.
But was this film the originator of people using that as a name? Because this was a big film at the time.
Yeah.
Oh no, Johnny Devick. That's interesting. He's saying he read Ebert said didn't like Hanks in this role, but Candy would be a more interesting lead. Maybe, I don't know, but I don't know. There's something about was John Candy ready to lead this film at the time in his career?
That's a good point. He would have had to play it very differently.
Yeah.
There you go. Calbot saying prior to this, you would not find many Madisons.
Yeah, exactly. Hell if I know. Only the lonely. I mean, the question is, is this film directly sort of an interpretation of The Little Mermaid to an extent? Because The Little Mermaid had so long on land, didn't she, with the sea witch giving her?
Yeah. It probably is heavily inspired by the tale. Oh, salt. I was like, why does she have salt with her in the ocean?
Yeah, but watch what happens. Old John Doe saying this doesn't hold a candle to Mermaid in a Manhole. That's a very strange Japanese film. It's not. Oh, that's kind of a nice effect. Yeah, Sharon, exactly. She has the salt at the ready and she knows how to turn the water on. She's already done this without him around. Tom Hanks is like, can you smell fish?
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. I'm like, I'm sure that it's got like a pungent oceanic notes to the air.
There's even something of E.T. in this film at one point. It's very 80s. No, Madison, all you need to say to him is, I've got violent diarrhea. No one will want to go in the bathroom with you.
Exactly. It's the get out of jail free card.
It is.
Try it at home, kids. Andrew does love E.T. We know this to be factual.
I nearly died watching E.T. Told you I nearly choked to death on a breadstick watching that film. Yeah, that would work as well, Lizard Man. 4 words, I'm on my period.
Mm-hmm. I think it was on an episode of Bob's Burgers or something that I watched at some point in my life. But yeah, like, you know how, woman's troubles, I'm sure you understand. The young lad in the show was like, I have little boy's troubles, I'm sure you understand, and just walked away. And I'm like, I wonder if that will work. If I'm just like, men's troubles, you understand.
No, Mad Matt, I was not watching E.T. in a revolving door. So I think I've said this story before, right? When I saw E.T., I was very, very young. And there was a new thing that came out in the UK. I know you've got similar things in America, the UK. It was called a chalk dip. And it was a bit like a snack pack type thing. So it's a little plastic cup. And it comes with some small breadsticks and a pot of chocolate, a bit like Nutella, but it wasn't nut based, but like a chocolate spread to dip them in, and you'd eat them. And I was watching ET, and I was about 5 at the time. No, it was 5. It's about 5 or 6 at the time, and I ended up pushing the breadstick too far down my throat and started choking on it during the film. Literally, to the point I thought my throat was bleeding.
Oh god,
during
yeah.
ET. So ET nearly killed me.
Hate it to this day.
Yeah. ET does suck, Sharon, because ET also screwed up Elliot's life.
True.
ET didn't take Elliot away with him.
It really is a Three Stooges
Can
bit
we
with
also
these three,
say
isn't it?
that paper, what an absolute scumbag rag that paper is, where they headline nude photos inside.
I mean, that's the Sun for you, isn't it? Isn't that there? The
Yeah.
page 3 girls.
Exactly, Mad Matt. Mac and Me was better.
Oh, what? Bonanza? All I know of Bonanza is that it came after the Twilight Zone sometimes, according to my Blu-ray of the Twilight Zone.
Sharon's saying Bonanza is sad, but it is. But this is true, though. If you didn't know what you saw on television wasn't real when you're watching a drama, then you might believe it.
Yeah. What
A bit
show
like
would you show an alien to, or a mermaid to convince them that everything's great and wonderful and not terrible? Bonanza?
Not Bonanza.
Dallas? One of those soap operas? Oh, EastEnders, yeah! Give me an old British soap.
Bonanza, yeah, the Battlestar Galactica prequel. Oh, good point, Johnny. Did this movie make a splash at the box office? Let's take a look. I think it did reasonably well. 11 million budget, and it grossed 6.2 on its opening weekend with a final run a gross of 70 million in the United States and Canada. So it made nearly 7 times its budget, making it the 10th highest grossing film of 1984. So let's be honest, it was up against Ghostbusters, Beverly Hills Cop, Indiana Jones and Temple of Doom, Gremlins, Karate Kid, Police Academy, Footloose, Romancing the Stone, and Star Trek 3: The Search for Spock.
Hell of a year for films.
Very good year. 40 years ago.
Oh, it was the first Touchstone film, eh?
It is. It's the first Touchstone movie. Exactly, James. 7 times its production budget. That's a hit.
Yeah, hell if I know. It's a difficult decade to beat.
That's true, Johnny. It's starting to be quite a few years since we wowed at the quality of films that got dropped in a year.
At least video games are making a big splash, eh? Like last year, we had, like 2023, we had so many good games.
And maybe I feel like I'm getting older, but I'm struggling with a lot of modern movies.
Same. Gosh darn, it's going to hurt when little Chris DJ, as you guys keep calling him, arrives,
Yeah.
and I need to show them all the films of yesteryear. To be
That's
told,
right.
it's boring.
Is that the name, Dom? Chris?
Chris is going to be the name of my son.
Fantastic.
Yeah, little
Chris?
Chris Wallace.
CW.
Yeah.
Yeah, 84 was a good year for movies and music, Ms. Swift. Exactly. Lizman had an accident on a ship and was taken hostage by pirates.
I am the captain now.
A24 is very good, Alex, but the 2 A24 films I saw this year that I thought were brilliant aren't films I'm in a rush to watch again. I watched Iron Claw, which I thought was tremendous.
I still need to see that film.
It's absolutely brilliant. But you leave it thinking, yeah, it's a rough journey.
One of those, yeah.
Film. Yeah. And then I watched Civil War.
Oh, yes, I haven't seen that one either.
Great film again, but I came out of it like, yeah, that was good. I don't want to go through that again.
Yeah, I can understand that. We've got Nosferatu coming, the remake of Nosferatu by Robert Eggers. Looking forward to that.
I know it's very popcorn and very cheesy. I'm looking forward to Deadpool and Wolverine because it's just ridiculous fun. It looks like it's going to be.
Ah, squash.
And the popcorn bucket as well, Dom, they've announced.
Ah, yes, yes. They have.
Oh, then are they playing squash or racket? That's racquetball.
Yeah. Bring cigarettes and beer to
That's right. Is it squash, Alex? I thought they.
I don't know the difference, if I'm being perfectly
I
honest.
know they play on the same court. I thought squash rackets were longer. Oh,
Wait, there's a difference between
no,
a ping pong
racquetball doesn't have a solid paddle, Alex. I'm just looking at it. Racquetball, that's racquetball because squash, the rackets are longer. They look nearly the same. It's a very common mistake, my friend. A lot of people would make it. I'm looking at the pictures here of them. A squash racket is much longer.
Hmm. You hold the beer.
Oh god, Jylide, no way, Mad Matt. That's frightening. Oh,
Oh,
apparently I'm not the sports expert for the pub quiz.
darn.
Damn.
Sounds like he's about to say inconceivable.
The Museum of Natural History in New York, and just think downstairs there's probably three dropout college professors hunting for ghosts. How did she
Physically get that in there?
Yeah.
Magic.
I'm kind of amazed as well that the floor's supporting it
Yeah.
in an apartment. Oh. That is so honest of her. It's Dom, is that thing in your chest starting to just pump a little bit there at that kind of
Yeah, it's
lump of
just
ice?
wholesome, isn't it?
That was so wholesome.
I like how in
Yeah.
this mermaid film, everyone's like, just get into that. It's not possible, man. It can't happen.
Yeah.
However, that's a very interesting point. If it breaks, like your sensibility, if it breaks your, what is it now? Something of disbelief.
Yeah.
If it breaks that, then there's a problem with the film, isn't there?
Yeah. Exactly. But it was, the way she said that line though was just like,
Oh
it was
yeah.
so innocent.
Yeah, I was expecting that to be like the situation that, oh, I used your plastic credit card.
Yeah. Exactly. Exactly. Sharon's saying it's a movie about mermaids. We just have to accept that she managed to get that fountain in there.
Some people have built their lives on these kind of things, like the folks
Oh,
that go
definitely.
hunt for Bigfoot.
And Loch Ness Monster.
Good old Nessie. The soundtrack just kicking in now. It's starting to
yeah.
feel like Shaft.
It is. That's what they wanted, kind of like a detective hunting vibe thing.
Oh, is that
we're
a
at the
place with
sack.
saxophone yet?
Yeah.
2 pails of water.
I don't subscribe to the 14 times, James. No. God, this feels so 70s-ish.
I'm expecting the 70s Spider-Man to be walking
Yeah.
up a wall somewhere. Lizard Man, I fully believe you that cryptid hunting shows are quite depressing. Looks almost like Laura Dern. I love the slow, menacing approach to the Dom lives near Area 51. I'm the escaped cryptid, yeah.
Do you know what? I hate pretentious restaurants like that.
I thought the pianist was being a bit too active for
Yeah,
the
a bit too
restaurant scene.
active. Yeah. I honestly hate pretentious restaurants like that. I don't eat in them, not for financial reasons, as I can afford to eat in decent restaurants if I so wish. But I like decent food, but I don't like pretense with it.
I can understand that. Yeah.
Like one of the things we thought about going for is when we go on vacation in a couple of months. Well, a month, just over a month. Here we go. Yes. No, what I was saying about restaurants, James, is not Wendy's. For example, one of the restaurants in Disney World is actually the best rated restaurant in all of the state of Florida. It's in Disney World itself. It's called Victoria and Albert's. It's got at least 1 Michelin star. It's a proper expensive one. I spoke to my wife about it, and she said, "Do you want to go there for a meal?" And I'm like, no, because it's all taster courses and they bring you a plate with like 5 peas and a bit of pork on it or something, and you go, "Oh, that's very," and it's washed with an arugula jus of badger's urine and goat eyebrows, and I'm like,
The
no.
only thing that can prep up a bit of pork and 5 peas, goat's urine and whatever you
Badger
said.
eyebrows, yeah.
Yes.
It's I don't want that. I just want. I like going somewhere that you feel comfortable and welcome, and Yeah.
Everybody knows your name, so you want to go eat it.
Eat at Cheers, yeah. Exactly, Sharon. You put a fancy name on your food and they can charge a lot for it.
Yep.
Yeah, Johnny, that'd be good. A Mermaid in New York would be a good title.
A mermaid in New York.
Hey, Alex, don't knock. Alex, I can't remember which country you're in, my friend. You're saying about truck stop diner food. I will say to you, because if I don't know if you've ever been, have you been to a Bucky's before?
Oh yeah, your
Yeah.
favorite.
Oh, no. If any of our chat, tell me if you've been to a Bucky's and you'll back me up on this. The food in a Bucky's. Okay, Alex is in Canada. Okay, so you've maybe not been to a Bucky's. So anyway, our chat have been to a Bucky's. Biggest gas stations in the world in America. Yeah, Sharon saying, I wish Bucky's was closer to where I live. It's amazing. It is incredible. There's a Bucky's. There's a Bucky's in. There's a few in Florida that we actually drive an hour to get to Bucky's. We take a specific trip to a gas station. Dom, you've never been to one. You'll go to one and you'll go. You will one day go to one. You'll be passing one somehow. You'll stop the car, go in, and be like, Andrew, you were right.
You had to send you a text in the middle of your night. You were right.
You were right. You were right about Bucky's. Imagine an incredibly busy gas station where the bathrooms are enormous and you don't feel you need to wear a biohazard suit to go in there.
There is this one gas station that's also like a little like tourist destination between Vegas and LA. I can't for the life of me remember what it's called. It looks like an ice cream parlor. And the bathrooms in there are quite entertaining. They have games that you play with your urine.
Oh no. No, Bucky's is just immaculate. The bathrooms are nice smelling and clean and immaculate.
I see.
That's a good point, Alex. How is there not a Bucky's between LA and Vegas?
There might be. It's never come up though. I've never. There's Peggy Sue's, the '50s diner. Everyone goes there, and that place looks like a haunted area.
I'm trying to look, Don. Where's your nearest Bucky's? There's a map of them here.
It's gonna be like Pennsylvania or something, isn't it?
Yeah, Dom, I think your problem is they're not that near to you. They're in Texas, Alabama, Georgia, Florida, Tennessee, Missouri, South Carolina, Kentucky, and Colorado.
All on the wrong coast. Got to drive a little bit out of my way to get to a Bucky's. I've driven from Tennessee to Vegas before, though. I missed my opportunity. The likelihood of me doing that drive again is it's not high because it took days.
Miss Swift, Stucky's Truck Stop Restaurant. Don't forget to pick up a pecan log and a souvenir mug in the gift shop on the way out. Yeah, exactly. The rain and she's a mermaid.
Ah, Stuckies.
That's proper rain.
Your hopes of romance all will disappear. Like
Hell if I know.
tears in the rain.
Wants to know, Dom, what's the best thing about Utah aside from polygamy?
Well, I'm really enjoying like the nature of it all. It's a very pleasant weather comparative to the actual hellscape that is Las Vegas right now. Just relaxing is very pleasant. I'm enjoying the break. Personally, I don't like Utah that much. I'm an anti-Utah person. But that's because I'm used to going at like 3 a.m. to a gas station and getting whatever I want.
Yeah.
And the fact that most places here consider 10 p.m. late, which it is. Like, I go to bed well before that, but it hurts, man, when I'm really hungry in the middle of the night and nothing's open. I'm spoiled by choice.
When you've got chronic constipation and you just can't get a Taco Bell at 3 a.m.
Yes, exactly.
Sharon saying, enjoy it while you can, Dom. When you have a child and it changes.
Exactly. That's why the wife and I have had this trip. It's to relax and enjoy our lives before our family expands. And if, we're not saying that we're not going to enjoy our life after our family expands, but it's different. It's
Yeah.
We're living for another.
Yes. You will change, Dom. You will get into you will know what goes on over the hedge, and you will know what goes on in all these franchises.
I know.
You see, that's a strange thing, isn't it? In some
Yeah, getting a
states,
blood test.
it's not
I
like that
didn't
in
have
the
to.
UK. I know it's in some states in America you have to have a blood test to get. But I don't. Is it to prove you're not married, not related, or?
I have no idea. Ah, yes. Come from a long line of married people.
Oh, that's interesting. He's got his arm broken. None of the 50 states still require it.
Uh-huh.
It was to check that you didn't have blood disorders such as sickle cell anemia or infectious diseases such as hepatitis or HIV.
Interesting.
Is that the same guy?
The same person, yeah.
Oh dear.
They are the least lucky people in this universe. Yeah, Sharon's right. You just can't catch a break. One damn arm wasn't good enough. I'll snap your other one too. Oh,
You haven't told him her big secret. It's not that she's a mermaid at all.
said she
She's
likes
a Snyder
Mac and
fan.
me. Oh, I mean, same direction that we went in, leaned in different angles.
Yeah.
I really liked Rebel Moon. It's like, no. Blooming heck, where have they gone?
I like eating at Arby's. I know it's a terrible shame.
I run mattress firms. We are a front for the mob.
Which president are we pseudo-presidenting here?
That's a good point.
84.
This is going to probably be on my test, so I should get this right.
It wouldn't be. Well, it's not going to be Reagan with this one, is it? Jimmy Carter spoof, really? Yeah, Ms. Swift saying Reagan, but he looks nothing like it. I think he looks probably a little more like maybe.
Oh, Jimmy.
Yeah.
That's a Jimmy statement, if I ever heard one.
Yeah.
He's still going, isn't he, Jimmy?
No, he's not well, but he's still around.
Well, isn't he, like, bordering on a century old?
Yes. I could be Ford, Alex. Yeah, James is saying Jimmy Carter farmer.
At least I got it right when when I apply for my citizenship and the U.S. government looks me up, they can see that I got it right. Reagan is this time. Old babyface Tom.
Yeah.
Look at those
Don't
shrimp
like
cocktails.
seafood.
You don't like seafood at all? Oh yeah, that's her secret.
No, you've seen shrimp cocktail like that. American shrimp cocktail's different to ours in the
It
UK.
is. It's very different. Yeah.
In the UK, our seafood sauce also is very different to American. The American one's very tomato based with kind of
Yeah.
horseradish and things in it. In the UK, our what we call seafood sauce or Mary Rose sauce is a mixture of ketchup and mayonnaise with a little bit of cayenne pepper.
Mm. The most useless security personnel ever.
Yeah. Well, they're only the security personnel. Dom are only the Secret Service.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, actually, yeah. Imagine if a president around this time got. Oh God.
Well,
It's probably quite factual then.
yeah. Prawn cocktail should be served with Mary Rose sauce and half an avocado. Oh wow, those cameras.
Yeah. Alex is saying, how did Tom Hanks even get a table to this $10,000 plate event? Possibly the president's family's farm. His fruit and veg supplier buys product from them, so he's supporting the president.
Scapellis.
Yeah. No, Scapelli's own the supermarket chain.
Yeah, maybe they got him for such great cherries. They gave him a ticket. These are 10 grand cherries if I ever done seen one.
And this is where the film will take now a very E.T. turn.
I see. I think James is just lifting his perfect meal at this point.
I think he is. I'm going to let the Americans into a secret. In the UK, at one point, a glass of orange juice was considered a starter or an appetizer in a restaurant.
Really isn't helping the notion that the
No.
British eat like they're still at war with Germany.
Yeah.
They do, Lizard Man. The Secret Service abduct cryptids right off the street.
I have. See, this is where it starts to get very E.T., kind of treating them all as objects, as scientific, as objects for a scientific experiment. The film takes quite a turn here, actually.
Yeah, it's taken a heck of a turn.
Literally in the other room, Elliot's got things up his backside while they're wanting to find out what powers E.T. gave him.
Mm-hmm. And like Lizard Man says, the kid from Flight of the Navigator's in the other
It's
room.
in the other room, yeah. I think he's being a bit unreasonable. She did keep trying to
Same.
tell him.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure if someone I loved told me that they were a mermaid, I wouldn't act this negatively.
You wouldn't.
Admittedly, it would be a bit of a shock,
Yeah.
but I think it would be
Yeah.
more like a, huh,
Look at this.
okay.
He's proper sinister. Blindfold him and take him in an unmarked van. John Doe saying it's the Shape of the Water prequel, and Sharon says that's what happens when you fall in love with someone you barely know. This is bound to happen. Yeah, it's an age-old story. Fall in love with a girl who doesn't know English. She turns out to
Yep.
be a mermaid.
Happens all the time.
Yep. Very 80s.
Seriously, where do these guys get their money?
What, these guys? So they own a family wholesale produce business in New York, supplying all the restaurants.
Are they that? Well,
Yeah.
okay.
If that business, it's a family, they said it's a family business, been going around for a long time. Look, that's
yeah.
all their produce. It says
Bauer Produce.
All the buildings around marked Bauer Produce.
It's like the Dole Company in Hawaii.
Yeah, but think about it. Think how many restaurants and stores in New York need produce every day.
Boy meets girl, boy loves girl, scientists vivisect girl, the age-old story.
That's right.
Love the Red Dwarf reference there, James.
Lizardman saying there was a whole epidemic of people in the 80s who found out they were dating 3 goblins in trench coats or pixies who had giant spells put on them.
As old as time. I think you're asking for too much. Humans aren't all they're cracked up to be, Alan.
Oh, here we go. John Candy's delivering a dose of reality. He's the brother we all need with a dose of reality.
Yeah. Reminding us that what we got ain't so bad. It could be worse.
Yeah.
Got a bad case of psoriasis there.
I don't think she's molting Elevino. I think it's the water's the wrong. Yeah, that's interesting. Interesting, Sharon. Her tail's losing colour from being in captivity. What about the fact that killer whales in captivity, and they don't know why it happens, their top fin curls over? Wild killer whales, it does not. They do not. But from captivity, phenomenon, their top fin curls over. Oh, hi, Sebastian. Discord's no longer around at the moment. We've closed it down. Let's have a look. Could be Alex, the wrong salt concentration, or Alex, even worse, are they experimenting on her in different water types? Are they seeing how does she react in, are they putting her just in fresh water, not salt water? Because she had to put salt in the water herself, didn't she?
She did. I like how dismissive that scientist was about other potential creatures like unicorns and such. When they have a literal mermaid in the tank.
Yeah.
Like, how can you be so close-minded at that point? Do the right thing, Eugene.
Exactly, Lizard Man. He mocks him, but the possibility of unicorns existing at this point have significantly increased.
Mm-hmm.
This bit's really kind of heartbreaking now, actually. He's realising that what he did wasn't worth it.
Mm-hmm. I'd
be peeing all night if that was in my bedroom.
Absolutely, yeah, you definitely would. Yeah, old Johnny Devick's bringing up the Australian H2O series.
Oh, yeah.
I genuinely didn't know that existed for a long time, and a friend of mine was like, they showed me the show, and I'm like, what the fuck is this show? It's always the German dentist, isn't it?
Cute Cult, any ETA for the horror doc? Keep an eye on the socials. Cute Cult backer updates will be going out regularly as well.
Still conducting interviews at the moment.
They are. You'll be a dentist.
Oh.
Oh. Yeah, but he's injected himself with painkiller, not anaesthetic.
Yeah.
But then painkiller, if it was strong enough, would cause you problems maybe with walking and things if you had no sensation in your
Absolutely.
leg, yeah. Glad to see you going to enjoy it, Alex. Aliens Expanded. If I had friends, you could ask them. James is saying 90s horror. Dom's chance to watch the extra sequels.
Yeah. At the moment, I don't think we're entering that realm because it's not the entirety of the 90s that's coming out first.
No, it's 90 to
90
94.
to 94. I don't know when the extra sequels came out because I don't care. There is only one extra film to me. Maybe I should give them another chance. Maybe James is right. Maybe I should give them another chance. So inconspicuous, Eugene Levy, there with that.
Yeah. Well, don't forget, he's allowed to be there.
True. Yeah. The Swedes. Okay, that's a phrase I didn't think I'd learn today. The stuff sinks in.
Gosh.
Oh God.
This man saying my hovercraft is full of eels.
Good joke.
Oh, it's just she just looks so sad.
I know. At least she's happy to see him.
I'm happy to see him.
Is the beeping like a heart monitor? Yeah, I suppose it is.
Yes,
She's got some
monitor
cable
connected
attached.
to her. Yeah.
Aye, the other marine life that's just hovering in the background.
Yeah. Well, Johnny, you're going to the wrong museum. You're saying I was at a Swedish natural museum once, and they had no mermaids.
Clearly, they're hiding something.
Yeah. It's okay. I'm going to now marry a dolphin I found. He's wonderful. His name's Keith.
He's what's the meme? 6'5", blue eyes, in finance. Oh, it's a horny monitor. It's monitoring
Right.
the hornometer. That'll do it. No come from orbit. It's the only way to be sure.
Exactly, Sharon. Nothing to see here.
Oh. Is it a John Candy movie if he isn't smoking a stogie?
Some Rentley doesn't smoking. And Great Outdoors, I don't think. Dan Aykroyd does the smoking in there. See, this is what's cool about New York. You need like a car chase through New York.
The irony being that New York is usually gridlocked to oblivion.
Yes. But there's still something very cool about helicopters flying through the streets of New York.
John Candy's really the villain of this film. He's been trying to take over the family business all this time, and he's trying to
right.
figure out a way to do it. He's hired an elaborate actress to pretend to be a mermaid.
Hell if I know. That's interesting. Candy is losing a brother here, though, right? Little tragic, possibly. But sometimes he loves his brother so much, he's doing it so his brother's happy. He said to him about how his brother needs to do the right thing and be with Madison. It's about putting others above yourself, I guess. Yep, that's right. Lizardman saying, at least this confirms that mermaids fall under the Coast Guard's jurisdiction. Is it? I just want to see Ecto once and he tear around the corner. That's true. He loses a brother that gains a wholesale fruit business.
Told you. It's all tactical. All right, then. What's everyone's favorite 80s New York-based movie?
Apart from Ghostbusters.
Really broadening that genre now.
Yeah. Apart from Ghostbusters. You can't say Ghostbusters.
Yeah, that's cheating. I'm now struggling to think what other movies there are.
Exactly, Ms. Swift. No, seriously, there was no foul play. My brother ran off with a mermaid to live under the sea. Highlander from Alex. Good choice.
Ooh. Had that one in his back pocket, didn't he? Alex just like, Highlander.
Alex is on fire. Oh.
Planet of the Apes. Spoilers for Planet of the Apes, I guess.
Coming to America.
Good one. The moment when you just realise the army do not care if they run you over or not.
No. Is Mannequin set in New York?
I'm not sure. Like, my brain is really struggling to find other New York-based movies after I asked everyone.
Philadelphia. No, not quite.
Yeah, New York has a lot of problems. Yeah, it's got mermaids, ghosts, gremlins, Ninja Turtles, giant gorillas.
That's going to be the slowest helicopter in the world.
I love it if it's not even part of this chase. It's just doing a tour of New York City. Shaft. Jason visits New York. I like how that's your new name for it.
Jason visits New York and has a smashing day out.
Hercules, New York.
Yeah. This is where you find out it's a long game. She's actually a serial killer and does this with men around the world from time to time. Falls in love with them, makes them believe that they can survive underwater.
The oldest play in the playbook.
Except in Splash 2, which we won't talk about.
Oh, Johnny Devick. It's not you, it's me, maid. Escape from New York. So many great New York movies.
Exactly, Calbot. But as soon as she leaves his side, he drowns.
Oof.
This way, you find out she's actually a kaiju, and she comes out like.
Is this a prequel to the 1999 Godzilla movie?
Yep.
Oh, God.
She comes out, Joe. 600 feet tall, covered in scales, breathing fire.
We're gonna need more fish. Oh, that's a lot of fish. I can't remember the quote. I don't care
That's
to
too
remember
much
it.
fish. It's too many fish. Yeah, Sharon, this was going to shoot her. The question. Ow! Ow!
Yeah.
That hurt.
That would have hurt.
Well, Miss Swift saying, what if the prequel to Pacific Rim? What if all the kaijus in Pacific Rim are her people and they were angered about how she was treated when she returns to the mer people?
I believe it.
I'd love that. Let's in our we haven't done one of these for a while. Let's make this a prequel to Pacific Rim.
Guillermo was just a huge fan and thought, I need to sequel this film the right way. Oh, really? Daryl Hannah was in the remake of The 50-Foot Woman. I think they're remaking it again, if memory serves. Oh, okay, now we need to have the fight scene from Top Secret underwater. Just bar stools and such smacking them.
That's good, Lizard Man. Yeah, kaiju movies do need more mermaids, actually. Lots of things could use more mermaids. I think V could have had some mermaids in it, to be honest.
Yeah.
Quick! They're going away at a relatively slow pace.
To the coral reefs of New York?
No. We're going to keep watching the end credits on this while we take comments from the audience. It's not got quite an end credit. Well, it kind of is, if I remember right.
I love how he throws his shirt off, casting away the...
So, we're going to take the comments off the audience on this. Dom, do you like this film?
Oh, yeah, it's cute. It's fun.
It's sweet, isn't it? It is sweet.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember if this ending's in this version or not. A minute.
And they lived happily ever after.
Very beautiful there, though.
Oh, yeah.
But they must have swam quite a distance. They're in a coral reef when they've been in New York.
Like I said, the coral reefs of New York.
I mean, I can accept that she would survive because she might be adapted to swim in different temperature waters. He would probably died of hypothermia by now.
Absolutely.
Yeah, Lizman saying it's a silly love story. I won't lie. You're into mermaid romance, fancy yourself. Your first ever crush was Ariel, so you get the appeal. I think it's just a fun, sweet film. It's a very 80s film.
It is, yeah.
Johnny saying it's not his cup of tea, but it's better than the second Smurf movie.
And
now you're going to now.
Oh.
That's right. She now lives. She actually is one of Aquaman's subjects. It appears.
Fair enough.
That she lives in a futuristic mermaid kingdom. And there we go, everyone. That was Splash. I'll take your comments. Dom.
Yeah, it was
up to that ending reveal.
I want to see the I'm going to go watch the sequel now, Pacific Rim, to see what happens.
That's where they build the kaijus in the lab. In that.
Yeah.
Oh dear. Okay, so exactly, Sharon. Right, like no other diver has ever found that. Swing with Jar Jar Binks, says Mad Matt. Alex Bucher says Captain Nemo lives in the city. There's a man at the lost city of Atlantis. How if I know? Candy sold it. It's a lackluster prequel to Aquaman. No, it's a prequel to Pacific Rim, like I say.
Yeah, we've discussed this.
Exactly.
Canon.
Miss was saying it's the Atlantis Casino.
Oh, they went to underwater Vegas? Hell yeah.
James Helly says it's the old story: boy meets girl, girl becomes mermaid, man loses mermaid, mermaid gets man gets mermaid back again. How many times have we heard that story? And Calbot saying Madison will return in Aquaman 3: Mermaid's Revenge. There we go. Anyway, I had a great time watching this week with all of you guys, and we will be back in 7 days. And we're going to be kicking off our Summer of Popcorn, which I'm really looking forward to. We might try to make it really special. So we're going to be watching Twister, the OG Twister, just in time for the sequel coming out. Because from the I'm a big Twister fan, and I'll talk a bit about that next week. There's a lot of good connections in the trailer, so I've got quite high hopes for the sequel, and we can discuss some of that stuff. So, Lizman says Disney Plus is recommending Big as their next movie.
Yeah.
So, we're back in 7 days. Please be kind to each other, put positivity into the world, be safe, look after each other, and we'll see you then. So, until then, good night, everyone.
Bye-bye.